Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well this evening. As usual, as soon as I hit that go live button, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I'll calm down in a minute and it'll all be good. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being patient with me, and thank you so much. So I've already said hi to a few people in the chat, but let me just run down, get through some of them. To be young, gifted black. Hello, thanks for being here. You were the first one here. I appreciate you coming in. Linda Gray, hello. Gina Goins, I think I missed you. I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing well this evening. Pam, thank you for coming in. Lena Doyle Crafting, hello. Sharon, Carol, Lynette, thank you all for being here. Lynetta, not Lynette, Lynetta. Hey, Patrice. Can you believe I'm doing this all by myself? I can't. Okay. Hey, Marianne. Thanks for being here. Thank you for coming in. And Bobby, Mrs. JB, Crafty Leo, AJ Harris, Baby Giant Services LLC, Blue Emerald, Sandra. I hope you're doing okay. And I welcome you all in. So if you happen to follow my channel, you may have seen that over the last week, I've been making things for my daughter. So she lives across, well, I'm in the middle of the country. She lives across the country in North Carolina. I'm in Kansas. And so I made a couple of cat coasters for her. She loves cats. And then I also made what I call a coaster for a coaster. Because sometimes when you put your glasses or your cups on a coaster, the water still goes over onto the table. So I've made those on the videos, and then I couldn't find it, but I also made, from working with Eve and Patrice and other people, I made a In the Hoop project, and it was a little, I did a chip bag one, and then I did one out of some Valentine's Day fabric. So the Valentine's one's going to her, and then the last thing I'm going to make is a shirt. Then I'll put candy in it, get it off in the mail tomorrow, and we'll be good. So Precious 2000, thanks so much. Hey, Uni, Patrice Williams, I appreciate y'all coming in here. I about spilled my drink. That'd be good. Tamika, thank you for being here. Marcia, Deborah. All right. Rosalind, thank you so much for being here. Mary Brown, thank you so much. I think I said hi to Linda already. I know I did. Hey, Karen D, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Tony, thank you. And all right, I missed Linda's, whatever Linda said. She's going to make something, probably a bling shirt or a video or something. So I'll be watching for that too. I'll go back through the chat. Hey, Dainty Doer, thank you so much for being here. Linda Gomez. All right, you have flock as elusive as eggs. That is right, as elusive and as expensive. And then Tracy must be in here somewhere. There she is, because people are saying hi to her. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm going to make tonight. So I have a black t-shirt. Whoops. Uh-oh, hope that wasn't anything I need. It fell in the trash. I have a black t-shirt, and it's just an Arizona brand. I think that's a Penny's brand. It's actually a hand-me-down from my son, but don't tell my daughter. He didn't wear it very often. But then a while back, years ago, probably 6 years ago, we went up to the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And my daughter was researching. She was, I think, 17 or 16 at the time. And she found this pizza place. And I think it was called Alien Pizza. And as I recall, it was on the north side of Minneapolis or St. Paul. And so she's into alien. I mean, not truly into aliens, but the aliens and anime and Bigfoot and all that fun stuff. And so I'm going to make her an alien t-shirt that I think she'll love. And so it has two parts. I went ahead and I took the flock off the cutting mat for the first part. And then the second part is just an outline and the alien's eyes. I was afraid if I waited till the live to do the first one, given that I don't have a lot of time to do the live, if it didn't cut well, I was going to be up a creek without a paddle. So I went ahead and took it off. This one came off great. I don't think there is a single flock dot left in my template. So that's fabulous. And then I don't know if I have room to put it down here or not. I think if I cut these down, trim them down, I can probably get both of these on here for now. I'm just going to make it work, and then I'll take it off and fix it later. So, also, just in case you didn't know, which probably most of you do, today's the last day for the Baby's Booties rhinestone buy-in. So if you like hot fix rhinestones, those are the type that goes on fabric. They're the type that has the glue on the back. You heat it up and it sticks to your fabric or whatever you're putting it on. So today's the last day for that. And so that's another reason to do this video tonight. So I was in here just in sweats, and I decided why not just go live, get a little more experience at that. All right, so Victoria's Creations, hello. Bridge, my eyes aren't very good. Bridge, Porter 1, hello. What color stones would you use for Dallas Cowboys? Thanks everyone for your help. So y'all, if you've done Dallas Cowboys things, put in the chat what you'd use. And craftable things, I know you'd know something. I put my order in too, Patrice. I put in yesterday. Hey, Juana, Merlinda Lacey. Hey, Kevin. So AJ just finished her order. All right. Hey, Laura. Okay, so anybody that has suggestions on the Cowboys colors, put it in the chat. Hey, Jesse Gibson. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I'm a nervous Nelly when it comes to these. I don't have anybody here holding my hand tonight. Hey, Lisa. And so anyway, put in the chat what you think. Okay, so for this alien shirt, I thought about doing green for the face. And then I wanted to do, I don't know what I want to do. I was thinking about red for the eyes. I put the kibosh on green for the face. I think I went on the black shirt, red eyes, crystal, plain old crystal, you'll love it, crystal rhinestones, and then for the outline, the black diamond. I wish I had jet black or jet hematite. I did order those in this buy-in, but what do you think? You think these will look good? I hope so. Hey, Michelle. Let's see, Karen put her order in at about 2 a.m. this morning. I don't even remember what time it was. I got home pretty late last night from our little Arkansas trip. And then I thought I better do it before I forget. Not that I'd forget, but you know, get busy and it passes by and all of a sudden I don't have stones. Hey, Sylvia K. Hey, Danny. Again, if I missed anyone, I'm so sorry. Put something down at the bottom of the chat. Carol, I ordered first day but found more stones. I know, Carol. Would it be too confusing for Baby's Booties to order more? No, Carol, it wouldn't be too confusing. She might even, if you send her an email saying I put in 2 orders, she might even notice to combine them in one box. Now, she can't undo the shipping and all that stuff, but I would go ahead and order them now if you want to. I know, Linda, I do need neon green. I don't have that color. Hey, Stephanie, I'm doing well. And Samantha, hey. Let's see. Yeah, Victoria's Creation. She put her order in a couple days ago thinking about adding more. Hey, Samantha Taylor. Hey, Leela. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the red eyes, the black shirt, the crystal face, and the black diamond for the outline. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll brush in the main part of the alien. And this is a template. I don't have it on my Etsy or in my Etsy store yet. This is the first time I've cut it out. I want to see how it turns out, how it looks. Hey, Anita. Thank you so much for being here. And we're going to be short and sweet because I got to be off here before the baby's booty comes on. Got to see what kind of shenanigans she is up to tonight. All right, so for those of you that might be new to rhinestones, these are hot fix rhinestones. I talked about that before. That means they have the glue on the back, and you put them into a flock template like this, or a cardstock template, whatever you want to use, or you place them by hand, however you want to do it. And then you press them, preferably with a heat press, but you put some type of heat source on the front, and that activates the glue, or it melts the glue. And then They stick to your shirt or your hat. I need to do some more hats. I've done a couple hats and they're really cute. I haven't done one for a long time. And the pink stuff is called Flock. It's been hard to find lately in smaller quantities. And then this little brush is a paint trim brush. You can get it at probably Walmart. I'm not sure Walmart. Home Depot, Lowe's. I got them off of Amazon because they were inexpensive, like $5 for 2 of them. And they come fast because when you live in the middle of nowhere and you don't go shopping, you have Amazon Prime. And so I can get them just within a couple days, and I really love them. I've been using this one for so long. It came with 2 of the brushes. You just remove it, put the other one on, and you're good to go for a long time. I have not changed my brush out ever. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Now, is Janita in here? Or let's see, who else? Who else is always able to see extra stones? If so, start looking. Chris usually can. And especially if I happen to be on your TV, whoops, then you can really see them. So you can see there, I can see there when I look at it, you see some gaps there. I have an extra stone there. I think there's an extra stone there. And so then all you have to do is pick up the extra stones and move them to where you have blank holes. So here's an extra stone. Now, what I tend to do once in a while, when I'm not really thinking about it, is I'll lay my hand down on the rhinestones. And then your hand picks them up and you have to start over, not start over, but you have to adjust from there. So try to be careful, especially when you're working on a large template or a large piece of a template. Try to keep your hand off the stones or you'll have the problem that I've encountered numerous times. Okay, so when you're doing something round, unless you do what's called the linear fill, which doesn't look nearly as pretty on something round or oval, you're going to have some gaps. You just cannot get rid of all the gaps. It's just the nature of the beast. When it goes on your shirt, though, it's probably going to look beautiful and you won't notice them. But that's what we're going to see. Like I said, this is my first time to cut this. So y'all let me know if you see anything weird. And I'm going to get caught up. Hey, Coretta. My Crafting and Sewing Diary. Hello, D. Smith. Dawn, hello. Thanks for being here. And if I miss you, I know Patrice is a wonderful welcome wagon. So I'm sure she's saying hi to you. Did anyone in the chat I can't remember who it was, but did you let them know what you would use for Cowboys colors? I know that for part of it, I would either use crystal or I would use Labrador. Labrador is the metallic silver stones, and they're gorgeous. Or I would use white, like the neon white, which I don't have, so I wouldn't use those. But for the blue, I don't really know what is the right color. So if anybody does, let her know. Hey, Marissa. Hey, Kim. All righty. So Mary's talking about sapphire, so maybe she's talking about the Cowboys colors. All right. If I missed you, say hi below, put your question below, put it in bold. But if I miss it, I'll bet a moderator or anybody in the chat is welcome to respond or answer questions. Hey, Charmaine. Oh, Montana. Montana's a pretty blue. So Montana's a really dark, well, not super dark. Is it like dark blue jean blue? And then there's also blue steel, which is a new stone, and it is a metallic blue. It is pretty dark. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and pick that up. Now I have 2 pieces of transfer tape stuck together to make it large enough. This is KTM Mask, and it is a transfer tape for not only rhinestones, but some of the printable vinyl take some mask, or I've actually bought, and I really don't like it, I've bought patterned HTV that do not have a carrier sheet, and you have to use a mask. I do not like those HTVs, but I have bought them. So this KTM mask is a really nice option. I started using Amazon transfer tape, hot fix transfer tape. It has to be hot fix. It has to be able to withstand heat. And I have found that this KTM mask is just more reliable. You lay it down, it's substantial, it's a little bit heavier than the Amazon one. So to me, it just lays down super, super nicely. Okay, so then you're just going to rub on it. This is the first time I've used these pieces, so these stones should come up pretty well. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Kitty and Doggy. Opal would be a good one. The white opal, that would be a good one for filling in with the cowboys. All right, so then you pick it up. You go kind of slowly, because if any stones are still in there, you can lay it right back down, press on it, and then pick it up again. Hey, getting crafty with it. I used Dollar Tree faux leather for flock. It was okay. I needed to glue it to a piece of wood to keep the stones from slipping out. Yes. Now somebody asked me if I had ever used, what was it? An adhesive cardstock or something like that. So the adhesive is already on it, because I have said that when I first tried cardstock, I sprayed the back with a spray adhesive. It got into the sides of the holes, even though I was spraying it from the back, and then not all the stones would lift out, and that was really frustrating. So I have not tried the adhesive cardstock, but it might be a viable option. All right, let's see. Cricut transfer tape works great too. Okay, Sylvia, to transfer your stones and it doesn't get too hot, it works out well, it doesn't melt. Let us know. Hey, Sonia. Just found you. Didn't know you were on today. I didn't know I was going to be on today either, Sonia. I just decided I was in here working on something for my daughter, and to just suck it up and be brave and get on live all by my little self. And so here I am. Okay, double-sided tape around the edges, backside of the design when I use glitter cardstock. And that's what I do too, Marianne. I just end up using double-sided tape and I stick it down that way. All right. Oh, thanks, Sonia. Yeah, I should schedule these things ahead of time, but I was like, well, we went to church, we had lunch, and then I was tired, and then I was in here in my nasty, and I don't mean sweats are nasty, I mean they were nasty sweats, because I wear sweats all the time, but I was in really grubby clothes, started working on this, and I was like, just go live, put on a nice shirt, comb your hair, brush the rice out of your teeth. People aren't going to judge, it'll be okay. So that's what I decided. Hey, Gail. Okay, so the Cricut transfer tape does not melt. Good to know. Hey, Kim. What is the name of the transfer tape? Okay, so the transfer tape I use is KTM Mask, and I actually have it linked below the video in the video description. So if, I don't know how you do that on a phone. Hey, Patrice, if you are on a phone, how do you see the description below the video? I think you have to exit out of the chat, and I think you have to click on the title or something, and then you'll see the link. So I have the flock linked, I have the KTM mask linked, I have the Baby's Booties store linked, and now I've stuck my, darn it. Hold on just a minute. Let me concentrate, and then I'll talk. Get that unstuck. Do not do as I, don't do as I do. Do as I say. I don't know. What's that phrase? Okay. Oh, I got a stone off now. Oh no, it's just kind of flipped on its side. So if they get flipped on their side, I don't know if you can see this. Just take something and push it. Push it. And now we know why I don't go live by myself very often. Okay. All's good that ends well, right? All right, we're good. So I have the flock, the KTM mask, the Baby's Booties rhinestone buy-in, and one more thing, my Etsy shop. All righty. Thank you, Patrice. Hey, Andrea. All right. Click more in description. Okay. Hey, Ruji. Thanks for being here. Hello, teacher 31322. Welcome. I work in a school system. I don't know if you work in a school system, but I assume with that name you might. Okay, so now we're going to do the eyes. And this piece, because the eyes were far enough away from the outside, I just left those grouped together and I cut them together. So what I did is I ungrouped everything in Cricut, and then I separated the main face after making sure the whole design was at the right size, which you have to do. And then I left these two together and I selected both and I hit attach so they would cut together, and that's what I'm left with. So we're going to go ahead and do the red eyes first. So you X out, okay, so on an Android, where'd that go? Gail, you X out Alive and click on the more and scroll down. Okay. Hey, Marta of Lily's Simple Creations. Uh-oh, my KTM mask link is the wrong thing. Thank you for letting me know, Crafty Leo. I will fix that as soon as we're off here. And if you use those links, you pay what you would pay otherwise. And I do get a small, I don't know what it's called, referral fee, commission. And that all just helps me be able to get more materials for the YouTube channel and all that stuff. So I truly appreciate it when you can use those. But I just appreciate you being here. It's not that serious of a big deal or a big deal. I just love it when you're here. All right, so let's see. On the chat, hey, Logo Zone. All right, so these red eyes, hopefully they look okay. I was looking at pictures of aliens, and I didn't really see a lot of red eyes. I saw a lot of black eyes, but I wanted to add a little color. Hopefully this looks okay. These stones, okay, so the last stones I did were crystal, not crystal AB, just plain crystal, not black, like black diamond, not black crystal. So they're just plain crystal, and they're gorgeous. And then these are cyan. So cyan is red, and cyan is a dark red. Light cyan is a lipstick red. And so if you want a bright red, you want light cyan. And so one of my very favorite color combinations is light cyan and light cyan AB. And so if you happen to have seen my Cupid shirt, that was light cyan AB. And those stones are so, so pretty. Okay, so I learned something today just through trial and error. This is KTM mask. I've used it before. What I did, because once you use it and you press it under your heat press, it gets little bumps on it. And so I'm trying to move this without making my stones fly. So what I did is, because you can use this over and over, I laid it down and I took my little brayer tool and I really rolled it very hard to try to smooth some of those out. And lo and behold, it did. It is, you can see a little puckering right there. This is almost as flat as it was when I first used it. So that's just something that I tried today. It worked out well. And so if you would like it to be a little smoother after you've used it a couple times, you might try that. Okay, Gail, give me just a second and I'll answer that. I want to hold this down because it's loud when you peel this off. Whew, sorry about that. Okay, newbie here. I need the mask, flock, and brush. I think that's it for now. So let me think. You need your stones, you need your flock, you need your mask, your brush. Here's one more thing I would suggest is this little rhinestone picker tool. You can get like 2 of these for around $6 or $7 off of Amazon. And it has this wax end. You rarely have to change these out with hot fix rhinestones. If you're using flatback rhinestones, you're adding glue and you're really pushing down, then you have to change it out more frequently. But these will last forever because you just have to put a new wax tip on. But again, for hot fix rhinestones, you rarely have to ever change it out. All right, so let's just put this down. This is a piece that I already had, so it's way too big, but it was a used piece that I knew I could just use over. So again, I'm going to pick those up slowly. I picked up an extra stone from my extra stash, and they all picked up. So until I'm ready to press this, I'm just going to put it right back down on this backing. And then we have one more part of the template to do, and that's the outline. So let me go ahead and get these extra stones put up. Now, we'll see how I do here. We will see how I do. Usually I brush them off onto the table or a piece of paper or something. All right, that worked. And then where's my lid? I have a few that came flying over here at some point. And then the other thing, Gail, let me talk to you about this for a second. So these stones are size SS10s. That's kind of a standard, typical size. There's also SS6s that people love to use, like Patrice, who's in here of Craftable Things. She loves the SS6s, and you can make some more intricate designs with those. When you use SS6s, you really have to check the bottom of your brush, because SS6s, they'll stay stuck in there. And I've done it before where then I mix the next stones in and you have some stuck, you don't realize it, and then you've just mixed up your stones a little bit. Not a huge deal. You'll probably do it a few times and then you'll remember that it's an issue. All right, so now we're going to do black diamond. Sorry about my phone dinging. We are having, somebody's making breakfast for the office staff tomorrow at work. And so they're chatting all about it. Okay, so now I'm just going to try to lay some of these around the edge. I could take some painter's tape and tape off these eyes. Using painter's tape on here is a nice thing when your designs are kind of close together on the flock. And if it's a good painter's tape, it's not going to ruin this flock. So you can put it down, lift it up, and you're not going to do damage to your flock. But for now, because I'm going to be off here in 30 minutes, so that we can watch the baby's booty together, I'm just going to lay those down like that. And then, again, just go in your circular motion. It's amazing how when you put a lot of stones down, something, I don't know if it's physics, I'm not a science girl, but there's something about laying a bunch of stones down and then going in this circular motion that they flip over. Most of them will flip over so that they are face up. Now you might have to turn some over, or like I did before, you might have to move some. And so that's when it's nice to have that little rhinestone picker tool. But it's pretty easy. And once you start getting the hang of it and you feel comfortable and confident with it, it can go pretty quickly. Now, when we get on these lives and we start having fun and cutting up and chatting and all that, it seems like it takes a long time. But it doesn't have to. It's just because we like to hang out and have a good time. We like to chat with the chat. Uh-oh, I missed a bunch over there. Okay, so at this point, I'm rolling stones all over the place because I'm nervous and I'm in a hurry. Let's brush those off to the side. Get these extra ones off. And then this picker tool that I was talking about with Gail, I think. I'm just going to use it. It easily picks up the hot fix stones. See, that's not even falling off. And I didn't even press real hard. You do not need to press real hard. You don't need to press so hard that you leave wax on the front of the stone because you're going to put it under heat. And you don't really want wax on the stones. I have to get a little bit on it, not a big deal. But the only time you really need to press hard with this is if you're using it with the flatbacks. Flatbacks means there's no glue on the back. And so those you have to use an adhesive I think it's called Liquid Fusion. Some people use Gemtech. Some people use, what's it called? E6000. Okay, so I know this is in front of my face, but does anybody see anything weird? Like stones upside down, extra stones. It's pretty easy to tell when it's just one ring going around, but I'm going to get caught up with the chat for a second. Okay. Oh, hey. Hey, Kenya. I'm sorry I missed you coming in. Okay. I'll get some beautiful stones from Eve later. Yes, you need to check them out. Hey, Latoya. Jennifer, hey. Jacqueline Smith, hello. All righty. So Gail says, happy we don't press hard. Yeah, my hands and wrists are in poor shape. Yes, you're not going to have to press hard. And Sylvia says Amazon. So somebody must have asked about something. Marina, I just jumped on. What is the design you are making? It is an alien. My daughter's into things like that. So it's an alien face. And here in a few minutes, we will see the end product. Hey, Sharon, thank you so much for coming on. Apple Elise. My old eyes don't see that far very well. Hello, everyone. Just sign in for Bling Up. Just sign for Bling Up. Your next level in rhinestoneology. Love it. Okay, so this is the last piece. And you know what? I do not have any transfer tape for it yet. I don't want to use another piece. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat press on, and then I'm going to heat it up to 350 degrees. And I'm going to press these for 12 seconds each layer. And so what I want to do is press my alien face on. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Then after I press this on, I'm going to use this piece of transfer tape for my outline. And so I've kind of run myself out of room here. And I think I just flipped a stone upside down. Oh yeah, I flipped 3 of them upside down because I was trying to move it, and it is stuck to my table because my flock is bigger than it needs to be. So I need to fix that. And it's easy to fix. Just pull them out, flip them over, and flip them right back in place. Except for this one wants to be stubborn. It doesn't want to flip over, so I'll just pick it up and flip it over by hand. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to hold firm here so that my template doesn't jump because it's stuck to my table over there. I need to move it out of the way so I can get my shirt ready. Okay, this is not wise to do. Do not move your templates like this. Not a good idea at all, but it's what I'm going to have to do right now. Okay, I just flipped one more upside down, but I don't want to keep my back to you. So I'll deal with that in a few minutes. If you do have a few upside down and you don't notice it, here's what's going to happen. They're just not going to stick to your shirt. And then you put them right back on it and you press again, and then they do stick. So it's much more efficient to have them all facing up the first time. But if you don't, it's okay. All right. Okay, so my shirt has been pre-pressed, and I do that for a couple reasons. You want to remove the moisture from it, and then you want to have a nice flat surface to put your rhinestones down on. And I get a little OCD about this, but I'm not going to do that tonight because my daughter is not in the least bit OCD. So if something's not perfect, she's not going to care. And most of the time when you can feel like it's not perfect, other people don't see the mistakes or don't see what you feel is the mistake. So I'm just going to lay this down on my shirt. Now these rhinestone templates can get kind of heavy, so you have to be a little bit careful that they don't fold into each other, because if the two pieces of hot fix tape fold into itself, it's not going to be good. All right, so now the word Arizona is kind of at an angle. So if you're looking at it and you're thinking, wow, that is really angled, it's so hard to tell because, okay, I lied. I'm going to be a little bit OCD. It's so hard to tell because not everything on this shirt is straight. So I'm just going to measure generally from the side of it to the side of the shirt. That's about 6 1/4. And that is about 6. We're going to call it good, which is hard for me. If you watch me, you know I'm OCD. Hey, Tianda. Shirley Dabney, thank you. Hey, Shay Shay. All right, so I ordered mine just now that I forgot. I used the message balloon to let her know the 2 orders. Good. Okay. All right, so I'm waiting for it to get to 350. It's at 243 right now. So here in just a minute, we'll go ahead and press that down. So I'm using a HTV auto press. You can use just your basic heat press. That works very, very well. Oh, it beeped. It's ready. Now I do like to make sure that the collar is off the press, because I feel like when your collar, this thing here, is on the press, oftentimes the press will make it kind of shiny. It just, the texture of it changes, and I don't like that. So I want to make sure the collar's off. And I said 12 seconds. I'm doing 15 seconds. Let me see what the baby's booty says. She says 12 seconds. So my next layer, I'll probably do 12 seconds. Do you press your shirts first before put? Yes, I do, Jacqueline's own. I did that before the video when I was kind of getting ready for it. And hello, Up Designs. All right, so with the baby's booties rhinestone, she says, go ahead and peel them hot. And they all stayed on there. That looks really cute. Now in this top camera, because this top camera, for some reason, it just takes saturation and sheen out of everything. These look white, but they're not white. Let's go ahead and do the second layer, which is the eyes. And then the last layer, I'll just put that piece of transfer tape I used just a minute ago back down on the last layer, press it, and then we're good. Okay, you can't tell yet, but that's pretty cute. When I am able to show you on the front camera, you'll see. All right, so since I'm supposed to be doing 12 seconds, when my timer hits 3 seconds, I'll go ahead and just manually lift it. All right, so we're going to bring this thing back. And once again, I'm going to have to flip a few stones over. Because when I moved it over and I said, don't do it this way, then 2 or 3, or I don't know how many, flipped over, upside down again, I think. Let me see. I thought I saw one that flipped over. Okay, so now I don't. And like I said before, if one is flipped, oh, there it is. If one's flipped over, all that's going to happen is it's not going to stick to your shirt, and then you would just replace it and press your shirt one more time. And since I saw it, it's just easier and faster to flip it over now. And then here's my transfer tape again. So let's see, I have 20 minutes. It's only going to take a few. So with this, you just hold it above it, have it slightly curved, and just go straight down. You have to commit. You cannot push it down and then pick it up. It's not going to end well. Now, sometimes when you do this, you'll have a stone or two that hop out of the hole. And I don't see them here, but when you do, you just take your nail or you take the end of this and you just press it back where it needs to go. But like I said, this one, they all fell into place pretty much exactly where I wanted them to go. Okay, so I'm lifting this up slow to make sure nothing stays in those holes. And then let's bring the shirt over here. This outline looks like an outline of an Easter egg. Let's see. Marina is saying, craftable things. I'm so new to blinging. I'm taking E's beginner class. I just purchased Silhouette Studio Business and am beyond lost. Okay, so Marina, you are in the right place because Patrice has videos. Eve has the class. Patrice has an advanced class. I have videos. And so go back and check some of those videos where we show step by step by step. And Patrice has one that it's like an hour and something long. I have some that show step by step. And start with something small. Like start with a tiny little heart template that you try to make so that you're not wasting much flock. You're not wasting many rhinestones. Do not start with a huge overachiever template. And I promise you, you're going to get there. Eventually, you're going to get the hang of it. But there is a learning curve. And so again, just kind of start small. I started with paw prints. Little bitty, like dog paw prints. Okay. So I want to get this outline just so. I'm going to try this in a different way. Okay. I think it's pretty close. It's sitting down here. Let's move this part over. And sometimes you just have to kind of manipulate the stretchiness of your shirt when you're doing layers. And then I see there's one stone that got knocked. I feel like it's out of place. So I'm going to try to just move it over through this transfer tape. There we go. I think that's going to be good. Now I can see there's more of a gap here than there is over here. So I'll try one more time, see if I can get this straightened out a little bit. And then we're going to go for it. Just like I said, my daughter is just not nearly as much or nearly as picky as I am. Okay. That's better. Is it perfect? Nope. There's one. Okay, I lied. I gotta fix that. All right, we're going for it. Going for it, going for it, going for it. It's gonna be okay, right? Oh, Dawn, I should have used parchment paper. What? That's true, Patrice. Do not start with one of Patrice's multi-layered templates. You can do, 2 or 3 layers. Hey, Tionda. Oh, Blingaholics Anonymous. Yep, that's us. Hey, Miss Becky. Hey, Kirsten. I've been blinging your YouTube videos for days. Oh, I've been, binging your YouTube videos for days. I think you people next to me in the gym while I'm on. Oh, that's what I need to do is I need to be on the treadmill, not blinging all the time. LCD. Okay. Thank you, Sky. All right, so we're going to press this one last time, and then we're going to check it out. Now, a lot of the videos you see and the templates we use, we're using a lot of colors, but I really wanted this to be fairly monotone. And hopefully my daughter will wear it. She is not flashy at all. She's very basic, very down to earth. So we'll see if she'll wear these rhinestones. But I wanted to go with some fairly just generic colors. And I also, because I did think about using Peridot AB on the face, I also want you to see that crystal, even though it's your basic color, can be gorgeous. Especially on a little alien. All right, so I'm just going to take these to the side of my desk, but then you do want to put them back on the backing, otherwise they get warped. Now we're done with the heat press. We'll go ahead and turn that off. We're done with the shirt. Let me see what I've missed before I show it. Hi, Yvonne. It's cheaper to get Basic Studio than the upgrade. Okay, so here's the issue with the Basic Studio. Basic Studio, if you're using a silhouette to cut with and you're buying your templates, you can do that. But if you are designing your own templates, you have to get at least I think it's called the designer. I don't cut with the silhouette. I believe it is the designer edition that has the rhinestone feature, but it does not have the feature to save it as an SVG. So for me, I cut with a Cricut, and so I have to have the business edition to save it as an SVG. And then of course I sell my templates. So for that reason also, I have to be able to save them as SVGs. Oh, good, Sky. I'm glad you love it. Okay. I know I need, whoops. Lena Dole Crafting, your comment just jumped. I know I need Bling Anonymous. I'm borrowing money from my husband for my addiction. I know it is addicting. So you store the templates on. Okay, so I store my templates, some on the Dollar Tree chopping mats. This is actually a larger size that you can get off of Amazon. You get larger sizes and they're slightly less expensive. The problem is, like I did order this. I got these just within the last few days. I ordered them maybe a week ago, and they're already showing as being out. So they are hard to find in stock. When you find them in stock, you have to get them. As long as your templates are not bigger than, I think a Dollar Tree chopping mat is 11 by 14, but I like templates that are bigger. And so for me, the ones from Amazon work really well. But the Dollar Tree chopping mats are pretty much the exact same thing as this, just slightly smaller. Okay, how do I store the used transfer tape? What I do is, so here's the backing for the transfer tape. And let's see which piece goes on it. I think it's this piece right here. I try to match it back up. And then I just put it right back down on the backing. And then maybe you can see that it's, okay, there you go. See all those dimples in it? So the thing I tried today, and it worked pretty well, is just roll this out with a brayer. Now you're still going to have some dimples and such, but I thought it made it much more smooth than if you don't do that. So, well, it's hard to tell because it has the white thing under it, but I thought that was pretty beneficial. So I'll do that from now on. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's see. So, Layla, what I did, I know it says it's an upgrade. So what I did when I purchased it, I went ahead and I downloaded the basic edition because that's free. And then I bought the upgrade that said it was from basic to business. And I think the price, the original price was $99. I got mine for maybe $59 through Swing Design. And so that might be something. Honestly, I think I've heard people say that you don't have to really upgrade from a lower one. But because I saw that language, that's how I did it. You're welcome, Gail. Okay. Okay, so Tracy, you use your brayers well. I didn't even think about it. Why didn't you tell us that on your videos? Why don't you give us that little gem of a secret? Okay, so this front camera is going to show this off better. And let me just get that up a little higher. And so look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now you can barely see. Do I have a stone missing? Nope. It's just slightly out of whack. You can barely see those black diamond stones, but I didn't want them to stand out super well. I just wanted a slight outline around my design. And then I really like how the red eyes turned out. And then again, the middle, that is just your basic crystal. You can use your basic crystal on anything. I think it looks pretty good. And if she'll wear rhinestones, she'll love the shirt. I don't know if she'll wear rhinestones, which is why I used a hand-me-down shirt. All right, so thank you. Thanks, Miss Becky, AJ, whoever set it up there, because it just jumped on me. Hey, Nicole, Precious Pieces. Yeah, they'll see her coming all right, and she probably won't like that because she's a very, very nonchalant person. Thanks, Victorious Creations. If she doesn't like it, she can send it back, and if I ever get skinny, I'll wear it. Thanks, Linda Gray. Thanks, Miss JB. I love how those red eyes turned out. And I really like that it's the darker red, the cyan versus the light cyan. I think that makes them really nice. Hey, Tracy. So, and this is Tracy Johnson, the other Tracy. Thank you, Pam. So, T. Johnson, the eyes are cyan. So, not light cyan, but basic cyan. And then the face is crystal, and just your plain crystal, not your AB. And then the outline is black diamond. Now, let me make sure. Yes, it's just basic cyan, not in the light cyan. You know what, Andrea? I've never seen anyone do a backpack on doing a video on a backpack. And so I can't help you there. But that's a really neat idea, especially if the backpack is made of a fabric that isn't slippery. Thanks, Pam. I think I said thanks to Pam already, but thanks again, Pam. Valentine eyes. There we go. That's how we're going to tie it into being part of our Valentine's Day present. Thank you, Mary Brown. Thanks to Be Young, Gifted Black. Thanks, Crafting Away. All right, so, you know, we're 7 minutes until Eve's live. And I accomplished my goal. Thank you, Lena Doyle Crafting. And so if there's any other questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. But most likely, that kind of came out weird. Most likely, we're about ready to get off here. So I'll wait just a minute, see if you have any questions. If you have any questions of Patrice, she does this all the times. Okay, these mats might work. Flexible plastic mats. Dance! I got my bell. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so you saw it, Dance. You saw the shirt. Woohoo! Isn't that gorgeous? I thought it was cute, cute, cute. Thanks, Jessie. So, getting crafty with it. I did a bling. Whoops, where'd it go? I did a bling tote bag from Cricut, and it came out nice. Yeah, I've done some tote bags. I love them on tote bags. Thank you, AJ, for telling people or asking people to hit the like button. I appreciate that. Okay, Carol got mine at $49.99. Did the same. Started from basic, which is free, and then did the upgrade. Thanks, Patrice. My daughter wants one. Thank you so much. I enjoy this. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate you being here and commenting that you enjoyed it. All right, so y'all, it's been a great fast live. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you putting up with me just going a mile a minute because of my nerves. Thanks, Dams. Thanks, Michelle. And if you don't have any other questions, and thanks again, Dams, for that super chat. Here's the shirt again. I'll show that off. If you're interested in Hot Fix rhinestones, today is the last day for the Baby's Booties buy-in for this month. If you're new and you need to have some time to think about what colors do I want, watch some YouTube videos, go to her website. She has videos of a lot of the colors now. And then there will be another buy-in. I don't remember the exact date, But she does one pretty much every month except for around Christmas time. So do I have a skull template? No, I don't, Linda, but that's kind of a neat idea. I will be putting this one in my Etsy shop, but a skull I don't. Now I have the rib cage. Oh, it's not over there, is it? I have the rib cage template, and that might be cute with a skull theme. Maybe put a skull on a hat, the rib cage here, I don't know. Thanks, Miss Nene. But I don't have a skull template, but I might look into that. Thanks, Nicole. Thank you, Marina. I appreciate that. How do I get in the buy-in? Okay, so Michelle, I have the Baby Smoothie site down below. And Patrice, if you can, or Nicole, or Dems, I know you're skiing and you're busy. You're probably in the hot tub getting over the soreness. If you can put the Baby's Booties YouTube channel, she's getting ready to start a live in 4 minutes. Thank you, Victorious Creations. And so you can watch that. And then their store, I put it in the link below. It does end tonight. So if you feel too rushed to be able to be ready for that, here's one thing I'd suggest. Start with some crystal. And then second, have some, a better idea by next month of what you want. Thanks, Lily Simple Creation. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Oh, I haven't seen Ruji's shirt with it. I need to see that. Did she do a video? I'll have to check it out. SS10, yes. So these are SS10 stones. And so for any beginners, SS10 is kind of the typical size, but yet Patrice loves the SS6s, and she does some great templates in those too. All right, y'all. I, again, appreciate you being here. And I'll sign off now. Mwah. Love ya. And until my next one. Oh, hey, Dorica. Anyway, until my next one, I'm going to try to be smooth at ending this broadcast so Patrice doesn't yell at me again. I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll see you on the Baby's Booties Live. Bye-bye.